Brrr. Brrr, wah. All right. Ready? Go. Oh, hello there. I'm going to talk to you about vacuoles. Vacuoles occur in both plant and animal cells. They consist of a mass of fluid or waste products surrounded by a membrane. Vacuoles store food and waste products produced by the cell. When the vacuoles store the waste products, that allows the cell from being contaminated. Vacuoles are similar to a fridge, and the fridge stores food for people to use now or later.
The nucleus is the control center of the cell, and it is a membrane-enclosed organelle. It contains most of the cell's genetic material found as DNA and other proteins. This organelle can be compared to the electrical system of a house because it controls everything the cell does.
Lysosomes are membrane-bound organelles that contain enzymes capable of breaking down polymers like nucleic acid, protein, and carbohydrates. It's like a blender because it takes the fruit, comparable to the macromolecules, and breaks them down into something that can be consumed and used as energy.
Hello again. Let me tell you about the Golgi apparatus. It is a packaging organelle similar to the endoplasmic reticulum. The Golgi apparatus gathers simple molecules and combines them to make them more complex. This is also where lysosomes are built. Once the molecules have become complex, it takes the big molecules and packages them into vesicles, and stores them and sends them out of the Golgi apparatus. This is similar to a bookshelf, as you can see, in that it stores materials to make them more complex, and it files them on different shelves, so when people need it, they can just take it and leave, like I'm doing right now.
The nucleolus is found inside the nucleus. It is responsible for the assembly of ribosomes using ribosomal DNA. The nucleolus has three parts. The innermost part is called the fibrillar center, followed by the dense fibrillar component, followed by the granular component. This can be compared to a computer because it programs how to make ribosomes.
The cytoskeleton is intercellular proteins that provide a cell with its shape and structure. The three main parts are the microfilaments, composed of G-actin proteins, the intermediate filaments, composed of keratin and keratin-like protein, and the microtubules, which are rigid hollow rods that allow for locomotion, and it is similar to the foundation of a house because it provides basic support for the cell.
Hello again. Wish I had some energy, like some chloroplasts. Too bad they're only found in plants and some protists. Chloroplast creates sugar, and the byproduct of this is oxygen. It contains a double membrane bond organelle enclosed with an additional membrane named thylactoids. The thylactoids have an interior space. When thylactoids are stacked, they form a granium, which are in the stromata. Thylactoids have chlorophyll that use sunlight to create sugars. And this is similar to a solar panel, in which the solar panel gets energy from the sun, and the solar panel...
The smooth endoplasmic reticulum, or SER, synthesizes lipids, phospholipids, and steroids. Cells that produce many of these have large SERs. They metabolize carbs and steroids and converts glucose 6-phosphate into glucose. The organelle is very wavy so that it can account for more surface area. It can be compared to the stove because it utilizes many important macromolecules.
Plasma cell membranes consist of lipids and proteins and have a phospholipid bilayer and two compartments on the inside and outside of the cell. It is the most widely studied membrane. It allows selective transportation of molecules and cell-to-cell recognition. It is like a garage because there's a compartment on the outside of the garage and on the inside of the garage, and you have to have a code, which is like the selective transfer of molecules.
The rough endoplasmic reticulum, or RER, is studded with ribosomes that make proteins, although the ribosomes are not always attached. The RER translates messenger RNA and manufactures lysosomal enzymes and secreted proteins. This can be compared to a Spanish to English dictionary because it translates the messenger RNA to make proteins.
Centrols are barrel-shaped structures that in pairs make centromes, and they help with mitosis by replicating then separating to opposing ends of the cell so it can divide. It's like air conditioning, where it starts in one central place and then disperses through the household.
The mitochondria is described as cellular power plants of the cell, in that it provides energy. It contains an inner and outer membrane, with the inner space being the matrix. The way in which they produce energy is by taking in nutrients, breaking them down, and then forms the energy that it needs. Most of the chemical reactions in cellular respiration occur in the mitochondria, and the way that this energy is produced is cellular respiration. Mitochondria is similar to food in that which we eat, and that when we eat it, provides energy for us so we can function.